electric, time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. Got us beside us, still ride with a in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers. I was stuck in the state of me trying to survive. I was ready to rise and ready to thrive and cut off the poisonous ties. Ain't no heart in the game, but even the courage we live in the wizard of Oz. Get the money and change, we ruin the vibes and sucking and jiving. In a turbulent time, and we need a spiritual teaching to keep us alive. No more selling us lies or selling beside me while the enemy hide. Yeah, I'm feeling a change in order. Treading dangerous waters. The demise of falsely idols. Get exposed to cold and morals. Ooh. I get the remedy, God is the centerpiece. Pray for my enemies, pray for my enemies. I get the tendency, you kinda finicky, huh? Dot on his head, dot on his nose. Follow the lamb, don't follow the goat. Pray for the homie, he died from. I've been healing, feeling, shedding skin till I make my way up. I'm mocking, stepping, repping, flow electric. Time for the wake up. Got rid of them leeches, weakness, ain't no breaching. God is beside us. Still ride with a cook in the fleece. I'ma up my piece if you trying to divide us. Still count my blessings, lessons, by confessions, go to the higher. These ain't come from the cause, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies, they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual force, just fighting the demons, really for lifers.
You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king, I told you. Hop in and let the journey begin.
Fate and shiny place, let you someone for all his face. So full of praise, I just wanna get there. Up and down, we're moving on around. We're going up and down, we're moving on around.
I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. Elevator operator. Like him, I really wanna be like him. I wanna be like him. Forget about that. Hands up in the sky, and we keep getting the magic down, that you cannot deny.
We're glowing light, it's shining bright. I cannot wait to get inside. Still out of sight, when we wanna go. Up and down, we're moving on around. We're going up and down, we're moving on around.
I wanna show you my world, where the beat goes up and down. Let me open the door. Elevator operator. Undertaker's boss. Before the head explodes. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swing to the symphony. Just like the Pied Piper, led rats through the streets. We dance like marionettes, swaying to the symphony. Swaying
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Adams throwing to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape was the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 35, here's second down and 2.
60 back, yeah, 60 back. Here we go. Dragon 60.
Back to throw. Adams. He's got Patterson on the out route. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Football 1-on-1 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Adams. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 15. And the first down, Chiefs.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll run with Marshall. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Point after here coming up. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Raiders, nothing.
Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a pretty poor kick here. It doesn't make it to the landing zone, and that means they'll move the ball out. The 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set. 19 Tiger.
Bennett will look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
Now that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Here we go. Sack.
Off play action. Here's Bennett. Over the middle, complete. It's caught. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Raiders at 11-4 now on the year. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, go!
They run for the first time with James Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's third down and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
60 Maverick.
Bennett. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Yeah. Really, I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got to chill. I be on my little mouse drip. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills. All up on TV, I thought it made me richer. Wasn't paying.
Here's third and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. James Cook with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Point after is right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. That ties the game at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
This is Marshall. And it's a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered.
Remember in preseason when we go to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those calls.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Pass
Looking to throw. Adams. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it with Marshall. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Back to throw, Bennett. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, Week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. 2nd and 10. Bennett completes this quickly. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. To throw is Bennett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against. Currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Bennett now to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind out the 1st down.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Lion.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Chiefs 7.
kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it, sometimes.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Looking to put a drive together. Bennett working from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's 2nd and 3. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Ready?
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Get it.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Second down and 3.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go!
Now Marshall. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll change things up.
Ready?
Adams now from the gun on 3rd down. That one caught by Ellison. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Ready? Ready, Lions!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's across midfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Another catch for him down this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Here we go, set. 19, Charger.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some 7 yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Ready.
And here's Marshall. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Dragon 60. Top low 18.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Slot man moves right.
Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw now on first down. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Marshall. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Okay, ready?
They're 2 for 2 on third down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on third down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Operating from the gun, Adams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw here. Bennett swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Gain of 9 yards.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Bennett now. And this one's incomplete.
This back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Bennett looking to throw. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Sticking to the aerial attack, here's Bennett. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
2nd and 1 at the 46-yard line. Back
to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Back to 60. Back to 60. 19 tight. 19 tight. Drag him 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Back to the air yet again. Bennett setting up the screen for Cook. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. That is caught. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
I remember pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And Bennett will look to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
70 Timberwolves, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors, 70.
The final shot before break. Hampton. He's got Cook running the slant. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it online and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
At the 29-yard line.
This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I see a surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Bennett here out of the shotgun. Goes in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 11 more yards that go around. A first down is Raiders. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
On first down, it's Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
60 Eagle.
Bennett. It's caught. Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Back to throw, Bennett. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
To throw is Bennett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Back to throw. Bennett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up second down.
Leads to second.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. From the shotgun, here's Bennett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on third and goal here. Bennett now to throw. He's got it. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Roll, 70 Lion.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year and 4th overall. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 24, Chiefs 14.
As the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Adams. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Yep.
Back to throw. Adams. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Come on. Hey. Hawk 70. Ready, right?
They're going to try and throw. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Go! 19 Tiger.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal.
Bennett working from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
Here we go. Hawk 70. 60 Bobcats. Ready?
Bennett now off play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Landon Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Viking 18.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
60 Maverick.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
In motion, Patterson. Now Adams from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He'll try to do it himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Chiefs.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Come on.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's to the tight end Helm. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Adams to throw. Off the play fake. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
At the 22-yard line.
Hold the ready. Here we go. Start.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Raiders are going to get the football back at their own 17.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Turnover that just got him the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Come on. Set. 60, go.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Carr. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Your blades are sharpened with precision. Flash in your face.